Hi, my name is Dr. Aram Elias and I'm a board certified dermatologist. I've been in practice for almost 20 years and I would love to share with you all of the things that I've experienced in the past 2 decades, especially when it comes to skincare products and skincare routines, because as we all know, there has been a product explosion and it's really hard for patients to navigate this. So of course, subscribe now and keep an eye out for my future videos in this one where we're going to talk about this in a lot more detail. The best way to understand brands when it comes to skincare is recognizing what they actually are. I think of this as best understood through this analogy I have with cars. You know, if you look at the way that I choose a car versus the way my husband chooses a car, my husband will joke that I tend to marry my car because I get one car, I drive it till it's kind of dead, and then that could be 6, 7, 8 years. And once it can't do what it needed to do anymore, I get the next car, but it's exactly the same as the first car, just the newer make and model of it. And that's about it. I don't put a whole lot of thought into it beyond that because it does what I need it to do. It gets me from point A to point B, and I like it, so I'm okay with that. Now, my husband is very different with cars because he doesn't marry his car. He tends to date his cars. So it's very different in the sense that he'll choose cars because they seem pretty cool and he likes it. And then he tries it out and he may or may not love it. But then what he'll do is already be thinking about the next one. And he knows he'll have it for a couple of years, 2, 3, 4 years, and then he'll kind of move on. And sometimes he'll choose a car that's not as good as the last one, but he kind of doesn't mind. He likes the experience of it. He likes trying out new cars and he likes to think about what the next one's going to be or what's available. And that's kind of his thing, and that's fine. Skincare brands are the exact same way. It's not that there's magic in one particular brand or one that you're supposed to choose and just stick with it. It's really just identifying your personality when it comes to choosing skincare brands and choosing anything in particular. Are you the type of personality that likes to choose one thing and then stick with it? If that's the case, then as you watch my videos, we'll go over various things to really evaluate a brand for your particular skincare needs and decide which one fits your needs. If you really are the kind of person that loves trying out new things, would prefer to try new things and maybe jump around between brand to brand or have different things from different brands because you're just kind of curious, that's fine too. You know, skincare luckily is in that category of affordable luxury where if you want to have an expensive product by one line and then some basics from another, this is totally workable. But the most important thing I need to convey when you understand this is to say to you, there is not magic in one particular brand or one particular product. This is really more focused on your personality. You need to decide, are you the kind of person that wants to marry your products and be stuck with them and stick with them through the long haul because they just do what they need to do? Or would you rather do a little shopping around and trying things out? Perfectly okay as well. We just focus in on ingredients to choose if that's the case. Sometimes when I meet a new patient, they will kind of embarrassingly say to me, I'm almost embarrassed to say that I use a drugstore brand of skincare products. And I always have to say that that's totally fine. I use drugstore brands. It's not that there's magic in price tags. Again, think about that car analogy. A car is meant to get you from point A to point B. You can choose a fancy car to get you there, or you can choose a tried and true brand. You can try something affordable, but ultimately you're going to get from point A to point B. It's just the process. That is totally fine. So really understand first off that there isn't a lot of difference between drugstore brands and more, fancier brands, other than some specialty types of products that might be available in more expensive lines, only because of the price tags associated with various ingredients that we'll go over in various videos down the road. But definitely understanding that this isn't something that you're going to find that, say, the basics, say a cleanser or a moisturizer, is going to necessarily be superior when you spend more money on it. It's really just going to do one thing: clean your skin or hydrate your skin. So what are the basics of any good skincare routine? And this really boils down to 3 basics. You really need to just cleanse your skin, protect your skin, and potentially repair your skin if you're faced with any skincare challenges that you want to address. That's how you focus on creating an algorithm of how you approach product choices, how you decide which products to place in your routine and where they should go and what you should choose for them. Cleansing your skin is pretty similar to that same car analogy. You know, cleansing your skin can only achieve one thing, and that's basically degreasing your skin, getting rid of oil, dirt, and debris that builds up on your skin. Yes, you may come across some cleansers that have other active ingredients that are designed to address particular skincare challenges. And in those cases, in those exceptional cases, we can go over in future videos different types of ingredients to seek for that purpose. But your actual basic cleansing is really just that, cleaning your skin. Same way as, you know, getting a car wash. You know, if you wash your car with a fancier soap versus a basic soap, ultimately a car still gets clean. So don't put too much thought into this process and choose a cleanser that achieves what you need it to do, which is cleaning your skin without over drying your skin, because ultimately if you degrease your skin, get rid of too much oil in your skin, get rid of your natural oils, that will leave your skin feeling taut, tight, and uncomfortable, and potentially lead to dryness and irritation. So focus on basic cleansers and build out from there. Even your drugstore brands are perfectly fine for this purpose. There's no need to spend more money on a product. Also remember, certain things may be added to cleansers that may make it seem like it's better in some way. But again, better should be a personal definition for how you define better for you. Say, for example, you have a cleanser that's more of a gel-based cleanser, something that when you apply it, it doesn't lather or get kind of foamy. That's okay. It's still cleaning your skin, because remember, lather and foam can actually over dry your skin. And if you don't mind having that sort of slimy feel, which is perfectly okay and many people appreciate it, that's okay. Your skin is still going to get clean. If you prefer a lather, if you prefer some foam in your cleanser because it makes you feel cleaner, which is definitely true for some people, then look for that in your cleanser. Look for a foaming cleanser. If it over dries too much but you really feel like you need it, then we can always balance it out with the protection step that comes up next. Protecting your skin is broken down into two parts of the day. That would be your morning routine, which is focused in on protection from environmental insults, things like UV exposure. The second part of your day, the evening routine, is based on hydrating your skin, protecting your skin so that it can do what it needs to overnight, which is repairing itself. By adding in that layer of hydration, you're giving your skin that layer of protection from the environment so that it can focus in on when it needs to, which is basically repairing itself from all of the environmental insults it may have experienced during the day. Now think of this as similar to your car routine again. So think about if you leave your car outside in a big open area without any shade and it really is exposed to UV all day long, we all know what's going to happen. It's going to start to impact the paint over time, the coloration, the dashboard, the interior is going to be affected. We know that taking that step to protect your car by keeping it in the shade, if you have access to a garage or if you have access to one of those big, those big reflector things that we used to put in our cars when they would be parked outside for long stretches, those are great ways to protect the interior. This is exactly the same thing with your skin. You want to protect your skin from UV exposure because ultimately overexposure will start to impact your skin. Your skin can start to become dull over time. It can start to become discolored. Changes in the texture of your skin will impact the way it reflects light. It'll have a lackluster quality to it. So taking that step to protect your skin every morning will only serve to protect your skin over time so that it doesn't start to show the impact of UV damage over time. Now the next step is the repair step, and a lot of this boils down to different aspects of your routine that might be dictated by various skincare needs or challenges that you on a personal level experience or want to focus on preventing for future reasons. You just know this is coming, or you're prone to it and you want to be one step ahead of the game. Think about, say, when you're in your teenage years, for example, and you know that you might have a tendency towards oily skin, or you may have a tendency towards acne or breakouts. that's the step, that's the part of your routine that you really want to think about considering active ingredients that are designed to either directly treat or prevent acne, as well as steps that might actually be designed to reduce inflammation in your skin that can be associated with those breakouts. This is where we'll talk about in future videos various ingredients to seek out just so that you can integrate them into your routine more effectively. This is the step when if you're thinking about anti-aging routines, discoloration in your skin, this is the part of your routine that you can really consider what ingredients to add in to address the particular aspects that you need to when it comes to managing your personal skincare needs. That step may integrate into your morning and or evening, and it's something that we'll talk about in a lot more detail. But remember, this has everything to do with maintaining your skin, just like you have to maintain your car in its best shape by regular servicing, regular maintenance, and just being on top of things. The same thing is true of your skin, and we want to make sure that you're doing this without choosing products just because they're available. We don't want you to choose products because they're there, or they seem like a good idea, or you see a marketing sort of advertisement that really has somebody in it that looks like they know what they're doing with their skincare, and you think, I just want to do what they're doing. But ultimately, it's really not that straightforward.